Welcome back to Sweeper Lab. Today, we're putting Dreame's latest flagship robot vacuum, the X60 Ultra, to the test. This is one of their biggest releases heading into 2026, and based on its advertised specifications, it appears to have tremendous potential. Compared to the previous X50 Ultra, the new one makes a pretty big leap, especially in design. It's noticeably slimmer, going from 3.15 inches down to just 3.13 inches, about 79.5 millimeters. Which is a big deal for getting under low furniture. Obstacle climbing has also been upgraded, jumping from 2.36 inches to 3.47 inches, so it should handle door thresholds and uneven surfaces much better. But the improvements don't stop there. The X60 Ultra also brings some serious upgrades in both mopping and carpet cleaning. You're also getting a bunch of new tech here, like a dual-camera obstacle avoidance system inspired by human vision, and AI-powered dirt detection with blue light. For this review, we went all in. My team and I tested every major feature and claim using more than 10 different lab-style testing methods, just to make sure the results are as objective and accurate as possible. Let's start with one of its biggest highlights, the ultra-slim design. At just 79.5 millimeters. About 3.13 inches tall, the X60 Ultra is one of the thinnest robot vacuums right now. With LiDAR lowered, it can easily get into tight spaces like underbeds and sofas, areas most robots struggle to reach. Now, Dreame also introduced a feature called AI blue light detection. It's designed to illuminate and identify dust, particles, and stains in dark, narrow spaces, and supposedly adjust its cleaning strategy based on what it sees. So we put that to the test. We spilled 3 types of liquids: clear, light-colored, and dark onto a wooden floor. After that, we also evaluated how it handled larger debris and hair clumps. Here are the results. The average pickup rate was 84% for liquids, 89% for large particles, and 94% for hair clumps. The average false detection rate came in at around 5.6%. Dreame says the X60 Ultra uses a human eye-like system that can detect objects as small as just a few millimeters. So we put that claim to the test. We set up a range of obstacles. For smaller items, we used one Lego piece, a bank card, and a thin black cable. For larger ones, we used a glass cup and a metal base. Here's what happened. The Lego piece was completely failed to be detected by the robot and even pulled straight into the roller brush. X60 Ultra also bumped into the metal base during cleaning. On the other hand, it did successfully recognize the bank card, glass cup, and a thin black cable, navigating around them and completing the cleaning without issues. Thanks to its ultra-slim design, combined with upgraded mechanical legs and a lifting chassis, the X60 Ultra delivers some of the best obstacle climbing performance we've seen so far. Dreame claims it can clear a single step of up to 1.77 inches and combined thresholds up to 3.47 inches. So we recreated a real-life staircase setup and ran the test twice. In both runs, the X60 climbed the combined 3.47-inch obstacles smoothly and without hesitation. Dreame X60 Ultra comes with up to 35,000 PA of suction, along with an upgraded eel power dual roller brush system with a pressure plate. So what does that actually mean in real-world performance? Let's test it. We prepared a mix of long and short hair in different amounts to simulate a typical pet household, and ran the test on both tile and carpet using a standard single-pass clean. Here are the results. On tile, the X60 achieved an average cleaning efficiency of 98.58%. On carpet, it reached 95.17%. Now, let's take a closer look at hair tangling after the test. On tile, the dual roller brushes stayed completely clean, no visible hair wrap at all. The side brush only picked up a single strand of hair, about 11.8 inches long, but on carpet, things were a bit different. Both the dual rollers and the side brush collected a noticeable amount of loose hair, and inside the lower chamber, there was a significant buildup of human hair causing some clogging. This time, the X60 Ultra also comes with a 2-level adjustable chassis with a maximum lift of over 7.87 inches to better handle different carpet thicknesses, so we put that to the test. We scattered various types of debris across multiple surfaces: tile, a short pile red carpet, and a short pile blue carpet, including both the center areas and the edges, and measured its cleaning performance using single-pass mode. Here's what we found. On tile, it achieved a cleaning efficiency of 94.61%. On the short pile red carpet, with boost mode enabled, it reached 94.95%, a very solid result. But when it came to edge cleaning on the short pile blue carpet, performance dropped noticeably. The cleaning path became inconsistent, and even with boost mode in standard vacuum and mop mode, the average efficiency was only 75.3%, and we didn't stop there. We also pushed it further with a more demanding test on medium to long pile carpet, using a mix of debris to simulate deep cleaning conditions. With carpet boost mode enabled, the X60 Ultra achieved an average single-pass efficiency of just 42.49%. Based on our observations, the pressure booster plate does appear to improve suction performance by increasing vacuum pressure, allowing it to pick up fine particles more effectively. However, this advantage doesn't seem to translate well to large debris pickup, as the pressure booster plate tended to push larger particles forward during cleaning rather than pulling them in. X60 Ultra's mop system can apply up to 15 newtons of downward pressure, basically simulating the way you'd press down with your hand to scrub the floor and tackle stubborn stains. So we put it through a series of stain tests. We applied both dried and fresh stains. For the dried ones, we used coffee and grape juice at different concentrations and let them fully air dry. The X60 managed to remove them completely within 5 cleaning cycles. For wet stains, we tested sunscreen, ketchup, and peanut butter. Sunscreen was cleared in 3 cycles, ketchup in 4, and peanut butter in 5. We also prepared some fine particles to test the X60's cleaning performance in corners and crevices. In corners, the average combined sweeping and mopping efficiency came in at 83.62%, which is fairly solid. But when it comes to narrow crevices, performance dropped quite a bit. Even with max suction and boost mode enabled in single sweep mode, the cleaning efficiency was only 57.19%. Now let's take a look at edge mopping coverage in real-world use. With its upgraded mop extension system, the X60 Ultra does an excellent job reaching right up to the edges in straight-line cleaning. In fact, in our tests, the edge coverage rate hit an impressive 99.94%. We also let the robot run all the way until the battery died to test its real-world runtime efficiency. The results weren't particularly impressive. In standard vacuum and mop mode, the X60 averaged only 0.61 square meters per minute. Let's talk about the dock. Because the X60 Ultra's hands-free maintenance system has a few notable upgrades. The biggest one is the heated wash tray. It now comes with a built-in heating module designed to use high temperatures to break down grease and stubborn stains on the mop. First, we attach a thermocouple sensor directly onto the heating plate. Then place the robot back into the base station and activate the heating function through the app. Once the temperature goes above 90 degrees Celsius, we take the unit out. Then we place frozen shrimp directly onto the heating plate and leave them there for about a minute. And as you can see, the shrimp are basically cooked. Dreame also introduced a dual-chamber cleaning system. It designs Tank A for standard floor cleaning solution, and Tank B specifically for pet deodorizer. So if you have pets at home, this adds a bit more flexibility. But there is a trade-off. Because of the X60 Ultra's slim design, the dustbin is noticeably smaller, just 235 milliliters, which is well below the average for robot vacuums. So while the design is great for getting into tight spaces, it does mean you'll likely need to empty it more often. To evaluate dustbin clogging and auto-empty performance, we prepared a mixed debris test consisting of 7 different types of contaminants. Before the test began, the initial weights of both the dustbin and the HEPA filter were measured and recorded. After the robot continuously cleaned the test area to completion, we separately measured the weights of the dustbin and HEPA filter both after cleaning and after the auto-empty process. This allowed us to evaluate the X60's auto dust collection performance and observe the HEPA dust load under heavy debris conditions. The dustbin managed to collect a respectable amount of debris, but the HEPA filter became heavily clogged with large particles, fine dust, and some hair. The results showed an average auto-empty efficiency of 93.18%, while the HEPA filter accumulated 2.589 grams of adhered dust and fine particles. Let's take a quick look back at today's test results. Based on our testing, the X60 Ultra delivers excellent hair pickup, obstacle climbing, and edge cleaning performance, with noticeable improvements in overall cleaning performance compared to the previous generation. However, there's still room for improvement in more challenging scenarios, especially on medium high-pile carpets and in narrow crevice cleaning. That wraps up today's testing here at Sweeper Lab. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more real-world robot vacuum testing, specialized cleaning challenges, and head-to-head comparisons, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see tested next. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.